Good evening, everyone. My name is Miguel Maldonado, and today I will be presenting on capital punishment. So before I start my presentation, I wanted to talk a little bit about family. So some people in the audience have children already. Some of you will have children in the future. And I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that safety is usually one of the things that you care about the most when it comes to your children. You want them to be safe, you want them to be in an environment where they can play outside. But the sad truth is that wherever we go in the world, there's always going to be crime. And although many countries have different ways of trying criminals for their actions, the death penalty is still continues to be one of the crucial topics for debate, especially in places where it's still allowed, and especially in the United States. So capital punishment, otherwise known as the death penalty, is administered to criminals who commit crimes, capital crimes. So some of these capital crimes are known as rape, kidnapping, murder in the first degree, and terrorist acts. Now, many people believe that these criminals should die horrible and painful deaths. But obviously there are other ways that these criminals can serve their time and learn what they did because of their actions, and not take their life because of our choices. With punishments such as life in jail without parole, these criminals can sit and think about their horrible actions for the rest of their lives. Now, there are still many states in the US where the death penalty is legal. One of those many states being Texas. According to a report by Tracy L. Snell and the Bureau of Justice Statistics, at the end of the year 2013, Texas actually led the United States in executions via the death penalty, with a stacking number of 13, which is just unacceptable. To make that sound even worse, the article On Appeal Reviewing the Case Against the Death Penalty states that a 1991 study of the Texas criminal justice system estimated the cost of a capital murder at $2,316,655. And that's just for one case. Now, in contrast, the cost of housing a prisoner in a Texas maximum security prison for 40 years is estimated at only $750,000. So today, I'm here to show you why the death penalty should be abolished and what people around the world, in cities, in countries, and in states are doing to take action against it. Now I'll speak more on the financial issues that the death penalty brings. Another state where the capital punishment is legal is Florida. Lori McLaughlin stated in an article, in 1998, the Miami Herald reported that the cost of the death penalty in Florida was $3.2 million per execution, as compared to $600,000 for life imprisonment. That makes a huge difference just because of one case. Now recall what I said about Texas leading the nation in executions via the death penalty at a number of 13. Well, Lori McLaughlin also stated in her article and touched on Texas and said, the Dallas Morning News reported in 1992 that the trials and appeals of a capital case alone in Texas cost $2.3 million. And that's just for the trials and the appeals. That is 3 times the cost of imprisoning someone for 40 years in Texas in a maximum security prison. These statistics once again prove the amount of money that can be saved by abolishing the death penalty. The death penalty not only plays a role with money, but also with religion and morality. The article, The Price of Justice, Interest Convergence, Cost, and the Anti-Death Penalty Movement, describes how numerous amounts of anti-death penalty campaigns have been created to abolish the death penalty on the grounds that it is morally wrong and even unconstitutional. The article Capital Punishment in the United States and Beyond states how even in 1999, Pope John Paul II was one of the many people in the world to join the anti-death penalty movement when he called for a consensus to end the death penalty, which is both cruel and unnecessary. Aside from Pope John Paul II, people around the world are creating their own movements to end the death penalty and are influencing others with these movements. The article condemning the death penalty explains how the trend for abolition of the death penalty continues around the world, not just in the United States. Because no capital punishment executions occurred in Europe, Central Asia, and in 173 other United Nations states around the world within the past decade. The trend for abolition continues to be seen here in the United States as well. Jeff Stack mentions in his article how he witnessed more than 300 people fly across the nation to the yearly convention in Chicago to support the NCADP conference. NCADP is otherwise known as the National Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty. Now, according to Lori McLaughlin, in 1999, Lori Post and Celeste Fitzgerald, two women from New Jersey, established the New Jerseyans for Alternatives to the Death Penalty. And they concluded that abolishing the death penalty in New Jersey would save the state at least $11 million per year. So due to these women, Lori Post and Celeste Fitzgerald, and members of the National Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty, states such as New Jersey have seen the abolishment of the death penalty in recent years. New Jersey recently stopped abolishing it in 2007. So movements and gatherings like these continue to be seen today to finally abolish capital punishment once and for all, everywhere. So yes, criminals should be punished, and they should be controlled, but these choices should not cost them their lives, and we are not ones to take their life. There's an expression that I've heard that says, "Don't fight fire with fire." And that's exactly what capital punishment does. So murdering prisoners makes the people conducting these executions just as involved in a crime, a rape, a murder, as the delinquents themselves. And that is a thought that should make people everywhere continue to fight for the abolishment of the death penalty. Thank you all for being here tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Ladies